season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration. Senior Day. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the LSU Tigers. Reese Davis, Dave Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe joins from the sideline with an injury report.
Hey guys, Georgia's head coach told me pregame they have a lot of confidence in their backup this week. He was able to come in for their injured starter last week and have a very productive game. They like how he read the defense, how he got guys in and out of plays, so they are expecting to be able to really count on him here today in this big game. I'll keep you posted on how comfortable he looks starting out the first quarter. Guys?
Ollie, we'll see what kind of problems that might cause. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll start on the ground with Durham. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Guys, top 5 matchup this late in the season. It feels like a de facto playoff game.
It is, man. This is the big showcase. Late in the season, you're proving to the committee exactly who you are, where you stand. I don't think it gets any better than this late season showdowns. A lot of time rivalries, too, Jesse. These are the best.
David, you're right. And both of these teams have been on a collision course all year long. We knew that this game was going to matter a lot, so you know the intensity is going to be off the charts.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Levin. Rush right in his face. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. A snap wants to throw to start this drive. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Knocked down immediately.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Oh, the attempt is no good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
Man, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. give to the back. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Drops back. It's Levin. Right side, it's Green. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
I give the tight end a lot of credit for holding on to the football. I know he's a big guy, but he just got whacked.
And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff, Durham running left. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle. What a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Takes the handoff. It's Berry. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Here comes the heat. Out wide right, it's Wilson. Touchdown, Tigers. A great catch and run for 6. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Here's the give off the left side. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Keep it on the ground. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. You have to wonder, after missing a field goal on the last drive, how are they going to play this 3rd down? Churns into the pile. That defense was a wall, and I think they're going to stop him a little bit short of this 1st down.
And that's a nice stop by this defense. Nice job stopping the run, setting up 4th and inches. Listen, this is a no-brainer. If I can't get inches, I don't deserve to win. I'm coming downhill. I'm playing physical. I'm picking my play, whether it's quarterback sneak, fullback dive, whatever it is that we do great, and I'm going to get my inches.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. And he's going to have to drive this ball into the teeth of the wind. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
I'll tell you guys, this fullback, he's not just a blocker. He can catch the football, and he can also run it, especially on 3rd down. What a weapon.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. The give to Caden Durham.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Right side, it's Durham. Touchdown, LSU! All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. They'll try to add another to their lead.
And the offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. Hits inside, it's Phillips. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
The play fake. He tries to take the top off. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Hauls it in. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Drops back on first down. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. How about that play? Getting a huge chunk of yardage to wrap up the first quarter, and that's how we'll end it and head to the second. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. They've got a first down here to open the period. Handoff, Caden Durham. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Might as well run him again. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. To the air, it's Levitt. Still looking. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going to the run, it's Berry. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his target. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
Back to throw, it's Levitt. Tight end finds a soft spot. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And that's an interesting choice for this offense, and specifically for the quarterback, man. 4th down, throwing the ball underneath the stick. When you're not getting a first down, you got to put that ball on the money, have your guy with some open space so he can run. Defense was all over that drag route. They broke on the football, no space, nowhere to go, forcing the 4th down.
How nice is it to have a running back with this guy's skill set, right? That's not a guaranteed given 4th down conversion either, but still, they trust in him to find the crease and keep this drive alive.
On first down, it's Durham again. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
They'll run it with Caden Durham. And he breaks the play. Touchdown LSU! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit, and if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together. They've got to be able to come away with a touchdown here, close the gap a little bit going into the second half.
Blasted as he lets it go. Makes the grab. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
That's an absolute strike right there, giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, They can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. The throw on 2nd down, and they need a lot. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll start on the ground with Durham. He's got the 1st down, and he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up, and we've talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of touchdowns. You know, really finish strong so you can get in that Heisman race and maybe go win that big trophy.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Caught. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Trying to slip through and pick it up. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. Sells the run, looking to pass. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete to the left. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Stepping to the right. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front.
I know it's early in this game, but, man, this defense has had their number. They've done a great job, already built a huge lead, now getting this offense in a situation where they got to pass the football, and they better protect their quarterback better than they are right now.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. And he avoids the sack.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell that he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And
But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. Snaps it, and he has to have it. He'll get rid of it. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Scanning the field, it's Levitt. Finds the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Caught, it's Durham. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Timeout called by LSU. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And I guess he didn't watch the tape from a week ago, because when you threw at this guy last week, he made big plays. He had 2 picks a week ago. They try him early in this football game, and it's the exact same result. You better be wary when you go after that young man.
The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can